In typical fashion, the Dolphins scored on their first possession last Sunday with this Greasy to Jim Mandich combination. A repeat clearly shows how a top-caliber team like the Dolphins can capitalize on an opponent's confusion. In addition to Mandich's six-pointer, the conference-leading Dolphins came up with another score on this drive-concluding dive by number 36, Don Nottingham. But much to the disappointment of Miami head coach Don Shula, no more Dolphin touchdowns would be celebrated against the young and highly charged defenders of the Baltimore Colts. Fittingly, it was their aggressive and fast pursuing defensive unit that accounted for the Colts' first 2 points as Miami running back Benny Malone was tackled in his own end zone for a safety. And while the Colts' defense against the run was impressive, so too was its play against the pass. Number 52, linebacker Tom McLeod, nabbed this greasy aerial, and 50 yards later, the Colts were poised for their first touchdown of the afternoon. With Burt Jones forced to the sidelines with bruised ribs, reserve quarterback Marty Dumrays was commissioned to the Colts' helm and immediately sent number 23, Don McCauley, crashing into the Dolphin end zone. Attempting to ease the pressure of the 14-9 contest, Bob Greasy dropped back to pass and ran head-on into a cruel fate. Somewhere in his scrambling, a toe tendon was torn, and quite suddenly his services for the remainder of the season were very much doubted. But while Miami's veteran offense sunk further into a mire of injuries, the young Colts offense gained momentum on each successive play. And although a penalty erased this fine Lydell Mitchell touchdown, one play later, Roosevelt Leaks made a Colt score imminent with a 17-yard burn to the Miami 1-yard line. Facing a 16-14 Colt lead, 41-year-old Earl Morrill proved an uninspiring replacement for Bob Greasy. In the gathering wake of the upset, the Dumrays-led Colts offense began a stampede to the Dolphin end zone. The fourth quarter was clearly dominated by the Colts, and Coach Don Shula was a study of consternation on the sideline. But nothing Shula and his team could do was stopping the Colts running attack led by Lydell Mitchell, number 26, who accounted for over 100 yards and the game's longest scoring play. With the score standing at 26-17, the young Colt defensive line squared off opposite the heralded Miami line and forged themselves a great deal of respect. Twice Morrill was sacked, and the harassment resulted in only one completion in 10 attempts. Interceptions proved costly also, as number 53, Stan White, returned this pass to the Miami 2-yard line. From there, the final Colt score summed up the 33-17 Baltimore upset. With the victory, the now rebuilt Colts moved within one game of the Dolphins in the Eastern Division. In their quest to become a contending team, they have now won 5 games in a row and averaged an explosive 39 points per game in doing so. Curiously, a shake and bake chant was heard repeatedly from the Colts sidelines during the game, and in the wildly celebrating Baltimore locker room, Receiver Glenn Doughty was asked to explain this peculiar slogan.
Tell him, Daddy! Tell him what shake and bake is, Daddy!
Shake and bake is what we call putting our opponents in the oven and cooking. And we've had a thing going around for the last 4 or 5 weeks since we took fire, and we've been cooking people. And we just having fun as a group, and we call ourselves the Shake and Bake Squad. All right?